Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is for The Sopranos, Season 5, Episode 5, Irregular Around the Margins, and Season 5, Episode 6. What is this next one called? The Steve Buscemi Show. The episode that you promised Steve Buscemi. The stream that was promised. Anyway, we're back here finally for another Sopranos cast, and I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about these two episodes because Matt, as you know, with me tonight is my co-host Matt. Matt, welcome to the show. Great to have you tonight, and great to be back.
Great to be here. Before we start, I got to say something, Phil. I know I'm a huge Tony Soprano apologist.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've watched not just these two episodes, but over the last couple of weeks, I watched most of the rest of season 5. Not all of it. I want to say like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably around then. Not a nice guy.
Yeah.
Took me till now to he is. And not overtly like violent stuff, but just some really, really, really crappy stuff he does over these next 5 episodes.
He's kind of a dick, and not just starting with this episode, but it's been a long decline. Once he's away from Carmela after the season 4 thingamahooch, everything that happened in season 4 between the two of them, when he's on his own, living in that house, living in his mother's house, he's basically turning partly into Livia. He's getting so much of Livia's like hate in the way he interacts with people, and he's just a dick. And we'll get into it a lot tonight, especially in our first episode, but he was going to straight up kill Christopher. Forget what happens later down the line, and whatever Christopher's fate is Christopher's fate. But tonight, Steve Buscemi was really earning his money in these two episodes. One thing I do have to say is I know sometimes people take Buscemi out of it and can be like, it's hard to put Buscemi in The Sopranos. You've talked about that, Matt, before. But I think these two episodes really show, for good or for bad, just how amazing of an actor he is. He's really used, I think, the best he can in these two episodes. I think when Tony B loses it for me is when he's more involved, with everything with Phil down the line and Phil's brother, whatever happened there. Like all of that stuff is what kind of is more when I'm not even gonna say I lose the script a little bit with him, but there's a couple things that happened in the second episode, Matt. I can't wait to get your read on, but these are two really good episodes of The Sopranos. And I know season 5 is up and down for some people, but I think season 5 has a quality about it, Matt. And I think it comes out in these two episodes. This anything goes, this breaking the rules kind of vibe that, like with Tony and Adriana's whole interaction in this episode, it feels wrong. It feels kind of new, and every time I watch it kind of feels like you're on the edge of something. Like if he does something in this situation, it's really dangerous. Couple things as we watch it, I want to break down with you, Matt. Do you think something would have happened if the car accident didn't happen, or if Phil didn't knock on the door at the time? Was something going to happen? Was she going to hook up with Barney Rubble? Was she going to blow him for her? Was that going to happen? What do you think, Matt?
I don't see how it. I don't see how it doesn't.
Yeah,
no. Once cocaine gets involved, like if that's what they're going to do is go do coke at 3 a.m, like
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It's certainly getting towards something that they shouldn't. Like, yeah, there's no other ending to it.
No,
unless they're too messed up to make it happen. But like,
I am with you, but like it's heading in that direction. It's cocaine is one hell of a. Christopher's right. Later, when we eventually get there, Christopher is ultimately right. And you know who else is right? The live chat. We got the chat. We got Mark A. Houston. We got John Haymaker. We got Hemorrhoids Hurts, the most true name in all of YouTube. We've got our good buddy Samuel. And great to have all of our friends. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for popping on in here for the Sopranos cast. We know we're infrequent with these, but when we do them, we really love. That's
an exaggeration.
Yes, that's the understatement of the year, Matt.
Yeah, seriously, we're a lot less than infrequent.
I am using a new computer here, so please let me know if my sound is, if we're loud enough or if we're too loud and all feedbacky or anything like that, or if the stream's running choppy. Let us know, because we're figuring this out right now. And please, if you haven't already, these things aren't as frequented as other things that we do, so make sure you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe button, you share this out wherever you're watching this to help more people find us, because I was lazy today and I didn't do it on our channel. So if you guys can help me do my job, that would be be awesome. No, I'll try to post it in a second in some areas.
Before we jump into these, Phil, I do want to say one thing about the second episode because I want it to be in the front of people's minds sort of when they watch it. I do have a big problem with the second episode, as much as it sounds like you love it, with just it. If they made it today, they wouldn't have done this, but it really feels like the Blundetto thing is rushed.
Yeah, I'm so with you, Matt.
So rushed. Like if you just pulled that, and if you pulled Carmela's thing out over 2 episodes, I think you get a lot more.
Dude, I am so with you. The biggest example of that is it almost feels like scenes were cut because you, like with him and his girlfriend or his fiance or whatever, they have a moment where she's like, "You're the most greatest man ever. You're so like amazing. Your personality," and then like a scene later, without seeing a scene of them fighting or all this sort of stuff, she's on the phone with him and she's like, "Oh my God, every single day you're crying about."
I'm so sick of your gambling and it's like he's done it twice.
He's done it twice. It's something was missing that we didn't get to see. I'm with you, Matt. That was actually one of my notes too in the second episode. I like it, but it feels like they yada yada a lot of Tony B.
He went from spending years to preparing for this one thing, and he throws it away in the period of 48 hours. Like, that's what's sort of crazy about it. In 48 hours, he starts working on it, he finds the money, and 48 hours later, it's done. It's like... It's crazy.
Good movie. Great to see you guys. Great to have you, Hemorrhoids Hurts. Not great to have hemorrhoids, but great to have Hemorrhoids Hurts in the live chat. I don't want to be like Jillian die on the pissadoo. Hemorrhoids Hurts. Have I seen Tulsa King? I have seen Tulsa King. I'm watching it. I love it. Tony Teflon, who I'll be joining later, jumping on his stream later tonight, talking about Dexter. He got me on Tulsa King. It's a very funny series, especially if you like Stallone. It gives you full Stallone, and he's 100% Stallone in there. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit with Tony at some point, but I watch it and I enjoy it. John, we're sorry, but we hope we put a smile on your face in your situation. Phil, are you and Joe going to recap Stranger Things? We're not going to recap every episode, but we will do a stream on the entire season, the half a season, and then the second half of the season. I would love to. Someone give me $1,000 too, Sunny Skies and Rainbows. We need that. Haven't seen Sopranos. Greatest show is Breaking Bad. I want to smoke concentrates with you, baby. Love you, Phil. Taking a shot for you right now. See you on this Dexter shit tonight. Zach, thank you so much. I don't necessarily disagree with you that Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul are sitting at that table for the greatest show of all time. I think there's a few shows sitting at that table, Matt. I know you're all about the Sopranos. For me, it's I'm not ready to make that decision. I can't. For me, it's a bunch of shows that are sitting at that table. We got The Wire, we got The Sopranos, we got Breaking Bad, we got Better Call Saul, and that's...
We may have Severance when all is said and done.
That might be a show that steps up there. There's a few shows that might make their way up there, or at times I might be missing. Mindhunters, if it ever comes back and finishes off, might make its way up there. But right now, those shows are sitting at that table for me, Matt. And any given day, one of them might be the greatest for me. That's how I feel about it. And yo, Adrian, we're almost ready to get this baby started. This was also the highest rated, what was it, Nielsen ratings achieved this first episode. 5.2 in Nielsen ratings with a 13 share, making it the most watched show in its time slot. This also is a good indicator of, and Matt, you and I can speak to this specifically because we're old farts, is how big and popular The Sopranos was at the time that season 5 was airing. It was at the peak of it becoming... like people that might remember more recently Game of Thrones, like the summer, everyone started talking about it. Like the season 5 of Game of Thrones of Sopranos was when they hired a bunch of new actors that got a lot more press coming off the first 4 seasons. It really was extremely popular, Matt. Like it was huge.
And there wasn't a show before that was that big.
No.
That did do that. In the beginning of like the internet era and like all of that, before there were Reddit threads upon Reddit threads about it, but like it still was the first one that was on cable that had this match where the people were celebrities. Like you'd know them. Like no one on like 6 Feet Under was like a household.
No, you could say maybe some sitcoms before this kind of did it with like Lucy or starting with like all those kind of shows.
Even Seinfeld was that big.
Yeah. It was Seinfeld was Lost eventually kind of had its moment where it was that big for a moment.
But none of those were on cable.
No. No, none of those were as high a quality as The Sopranos. And I would say no show captured it for as long as The Sopranos had it for a while. At least it seemed like it was, because it was the only game in town as well. Right. Yeah, and I agree with that, Hemorrhoids Hurts. I was going to say the only one that sort of competed with it was Game of Thrones eventually at its height. It was amazing, and thank you so much for that. Everything sounds and looks okay. I appreciate that.
Except for my camera. My camera.
No, you're fine. It makes you sound better and go better because I'm struggling less to run it. So it's not like trying to support. I'm not like a guy on crutches trying to hold up somebody in a wheelchair or something like that. It's not that kind of situation. 6 Feet Under was amazing, definitely. But definitely Sopranos is epic. 6 Feet Under is amazing. One of the best endings of any series of all time. Matt and I can continue to talk about this kind of stuff.
Let's go.
But let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're never done one of these, what we're going to do is we're actually going to watch the episode live. So sync your HBO Go's and Maxes or your set up your VHSs or your DVDs or your Blu-rays or your pirate sites. Get ready to watch this episode with us. We're going to do a 3, 2, 1, and then go. The Lethal Weapon thing, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to click play on the go. If you're not synced up, if you don't want to watch along with us, that's fine. Be a party pooper. But no, you don't have to. We'll give you enough context, and we'll probably be talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the episode either. But we are going to watch the episode and give this like a deep dive. We're digging in here. We're going to dig this shit as deep as we can, Matt. And what I really want to get into is... You said this earlier. Tony is an asshole. And this episode, I think, starts to make that, as much as it was more subtle before, this is one of the first episodes to kind of make it blatantly obvious. Like, just he's taking what he wants here.
And let's also say, they're all shitty human beings. My whole thing I've always defended was that, like, in that universe, on a scale of the morality of people there are moments when Tony did things that other people wouldn't have. Like, where Ralphie or Richie have like very few redeeming qualities. Tony, at the end of the day, well, we'll see the line when Adriana says what a great father he is.
Oh, we'll see them doing a lot of lines tonight, Matt.
Yeah, but what's more disappointing about this episode is that he has this great breakthrough. Whatever. Why am I talking? Let's do this.
Yeah,
we'll say it. We'll do this. We're going to talk over the whole thing anyway. So
I love Cheers too, and Cheers belongs in that list as well. Okay, here we go. Everyone, Irregular Around the Margin, Season 5, Episode 5. Matt and I are almost done. We're so close to finishing this show. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! There we go. Let's see. Don't play a commercial, HBO, on me. Don't do it. I'm loading. It's taking a lot for me, Matt.
Oh yeah, you took a while. I'm way ahead of you.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll catch up. I'm gonna mute this song here for a second. We'll catch up. So everyone, right now, the best theme song intro of all time. The Sopranos is still in that competition, Matt. Every time I watch this, it's hard for me to mute this. I love it. I could keep watching this every time. It's so iconic. The music fits it so well, and it sets up that feel of The Sopranos with the music matching the vibe of the scenes for the whole thing. It's really an amazing intro.
Still what I expect. I know the Game of Thrones people, you guys will say that like that's what you expect to hear after the HBO, but I still expect to hear this song after I see the HBO and that noise of like the beginning.
That is an interesting one. I think that has a lot to do with what shows you watch. I still think for me that it's weird. The song I expect to hear right afterwards is the Oz song. Remember, because I've just watched it so much time. But really, it definitely is The Sopranos. I do want to mention that I can't remember if it's the first episode or I think it might be the second episode. But this is also the season that Matthew Weiner is a huge part of this season, and people don't know who he is. He's the guy that eventually did Mad Men. So there's a lot of talent in this particular pool. And the next episode is directed by Elliot, you smug cocksucker, Bogdanovich there.
I think we're actually synced up.
Oh, nice. You looking at this one of the horrible bands that just doesn't have it?
Yeah, that's not a hit.
No, definitely not a hit. And rest in peace. Let's toasted up for our good buddy
Hesh.
Hesh.
Hesh is no longer
Heshy
here.
boy, for you, buddy. So this is an interesting scene because in an episode that's fueled by cocaine, our first scene is Tony wiping some coke off his nose and Meadow kind of calling him out on it. And what's interesting is they both decide to leave in this situation, but he tries to play this like just the balls on Tony as he's wiping the cocaine off of his nose to be like, you don't drive home, darling. You need money. What the fuck, you know? Just thinking,
have a good time, sweetheart.
Exactly, thinking to himself, "Oh shit, she didn't know. She didn't see anything. She didn't see shit." I want to taste it, John Haymaker, and tell me how the John Haymaker. Now you get a free meal every day, you know. So this is obviously a big. Oh, there's Benny Fazio, criminal mastermind. Watch out for him.
Yeah.
Watch out for him. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous man, Matt. So. This is an Adriana and a Tony episode.
These are also two great episodes. If you're either an Adriana fan, this is a great episode until the end. Just they try to make her as attractive as possible. And you being a Carmela fan, next episode is a great episode.
Oh yeah, this is and Finn looks great here too, and so is Meadow. They get the F out of here, and these are two really awesome episodes for a lot of different reasons. And so much is packed into these episodes too. Very few. Is this the first almost completely Adriana is the main character of an episode? No, I guess Hit is a hit.
Maybe one of the ones where she first, like, where this kind of happens to her, where she gets, dragged into trying to testify against them.
But this is kind of her biggest episode, right? This is like besides the one she dies in, this is probably Drea's biggest thing.
And they probably know they must know she's leaving at this point. Like she's decided to leave and go be on Sons of Anarchy at this point. So I think it's the end of the season when we lose Adriana.
Oh,
right?
is it the end of the season that
Well, she's not in season 6. When will they have done it? It's the end of the season.
This is the end of the season that she goes she sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinny Del Pino, Sunny Skies. So we go right from one of my favorite lines there is Adriana going, "I have to go to the bathroom, number 2." Like the most, like they have to have her say number 2, and then we go right to Tony getting.
Yeah, they don't shy away from making it as like.
And do you know what's really fucked up here? Is it's Dr. Yankum, the painless dentist. this medical assistant or the nurse. We see her here, and then the next time we see her is when Polly shows up to Tony's house later in the season, and Tony's like,
"I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that was her."
Isn't it? It's so weird.
Because I told you I watched those 3 or 4 episodes. Yeah.
Another one of those things that makes you think you're missing stuff in season 5. Because how do you see her again? She didn't seem like she was interested in that moment. So what do you slip her a number, and then she ends up at the house. Anything else giving you the Jim Jams? I love that line.
That's the funniest line.
Oh my goodness, man! It's Tony.
Tony Pajamas.
Tony Pajamas. The single greatest name in all of YouTube. Great to see you, Tony Pajamas. I must pay the rent. Golly gee, Jim. Do you know what's giving me the Jim Jams? That even in that horrible friggin' the hospital uniform, she still looks great. It's great to see Tony PJs in the live chat. Always makes the party better. And thank you to anyone that's checking this fun silliness out. Very much appreciate you. Okay, so right away, friggin' Meadow, what a rat. I mean, I'm surprised Tony's not more upset that she's a fucking rat, dude.
Seriously.
Because she couldn't wait. Is this? I mean, I know we're skipping over time a lot here in this season, but like, how quickly did she just call Carmela the next day? Mom, guess who I saw at the Crazy Horse last night? Dad. He was all coked up. Because she even says, she said you were coked up, and this again, to your point, shows how big of an asshole Tony is. He grabs an apple off the thing.
Yeah, while she's doing a still life. Yeah, it's such a just. Oblivious.
And he does figure it out. He's like, oh, oops, oh.
And he puts it back like bite mark down. Like, thanks, Tony. And then the little tap at the end. Yeah. Big help.
You're doing a good job. Great job, Carmela.
I mean, this is exactly how I would expect Christopher to react to this. Like, just grossed out by the fact that she has it, doesn't want to be there for her.
What'd she expect, though? You know, when it really comes down to it.
I know she's marrying Christopher Moltisanti, of course.
He's a studnutz or like a douchebag. You know what I mean? You can't really do much. The Inglewood Rose. Great to have the Inglewood Rose in the live chat. Great to have all of you folks joining us tonight for this Sopranos cast. Very much appreciated. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button on the way in and share this shit out.
It is interesting that Tony didn't want to mention the cancer to Carmela at all. He just said, he'd rather have her think that he fell again and had a spell, which he doesn't want her to think, than have her think it's cancer or that he might have it, because he knows she's going to run her mouth. She'll tell someone.
Right. And I think that's what it comes down to it. Like sometimes when you're going through that stuff, until you know what it is, you just don't want people to talk about it. You know,
no, especially your ex-wife, who you're very suspicious of at the time, which at this point, they don't trust each other at all right now.
Yeah. Wow. There was a lot of focus on that midriff, and I'm okay with it. But there was, as Adriana comes into, golly. Is that the waitress outfit at the Crazy Horse?
Right, yeah.
Chunky Chunko in the live chat. The dude. El Duderito.
This is one of the funniest lines. I don't know how synced up we are when she says it.
Which one? I did a Google.
No. She says her stomach's upset, so that's why she's drinking White Russians. Like you have an upset stomach, so you're drinking stuff with vodka and and Bailey's, and that sounds awful.
Make a Caucasian for him, Larry. What's funny about that is Chunky Chunko in the live chat has a picture of the dude drinking I think it's drinking a White Russian, and his screen name picture on the screen right now. And why do you think he chooses to tell her here? Do you think he's already doing it right now? Like he's unconsciously trying to get in her pants at the moment already?
I think at this moment right here, well, no, because it's not like she looks different than she ever has. Like he already knows what Adriana's all about, what she looks like.
But he's in a different position now where like before, Melfi calls him on it later. When with Melfi, he's looking for a replacement for Carmela. He's not looking for another Gumar or another woman to, like, he can find one of those every single night. Any girl to bang, any girl that comes in, obviously the nurse, like whatever he wants, he can get. But what he's looking for is another girl he can start a new family with.
Which is the most demented thing in the world.
An Italian that he can respect, and he starts rationalizing why it's her, why it's Melfi, and why it's everyone, so he can find another Carmela, another woman that he can get to take the fucking care of him, that he can cheat on again, and have the normal life to make himself feel like he's less shitty. Like I think that's what it is, right? I mean,
but why? I don't know why she told him what she has either, because
she's dumb. And she's totally like when the FBI people are making fun of her later that we'll get to. Oh, he's totally
the Bonnie Rubble, yeah.
He totally understands. That's really what she's thinking. Oh my God, you're so nice, Tony. Like
But right there, you're such a good father. I wish my dad had been
exactly.
Like that, which is crazy.
She's like, oh my God, you're the best, Tony. Like she's just thinking that Christopher's a mess. Tony is this calm, chill, like that. Like he's always gave her that kind of vibe, and I think he's realizing now that he can play into that and get her, I guess. I don't know. It's fucked up.
I want to see how synced up we are. Is Adriana walking out to the van right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yes, she is. And her hair looks lovely in this scene. These douchebags in the back that we kind of meet in this episode are
that's Paulie Jr. here.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about the guys later with the cigarettes.
The guys, who are in the end of it too. Like they're the ones that help hold Christopher down.
Yeah, those guys just show up out of nowhere. We got the wonderful Amy in the live chat, and thank you to everyone. Tony was turning into Charlie Sheen. He was his real dudeness. If you're into the whole brevity thing, you don't know him. He listens. Great to see everyone tonight in the chat. You guys are, and she's pushing way too hard there. I'm surprised. If Christopher was less preoccupied, do you think he would have noticed that she was acting sketchy?
I don't think he thinks she's in on it now. And that wasn't maybe?
Okay.
His tooth wasn't messed up?
Before we pass up to it, right here. At this point right here, Tony's in full creeper mode. Like he walks in on her doing coke. Oh, I'll hold my, I
Yeah.
won't say no. At this point, right here, he's already thinking, I want to make my move. At least I think he is. He look right there. He's thinking
Yeah,
about it.
because if you think of someone who he really thinks is like a daughter figure, he wouldn't be doing coke with her. He wouldn't be doing coke with Jackie Jr. at this point. Not that Jackie's a girl, but like someone who he actually viewed as a son.
No, he couldn't even stay in the same club as Meadow.
Right. And he certainly. But I'm trying to think of Jackie, who's like an outside person. He would have never sat there and let Jackie.
Would he have done coke with Hunter Scancarello?
Ew. No, I'd like to think not.
You twist my exactly Sunny Sky. He's like twist my arm. I'll do a tootski. I'll do terrific.
It is interesting because we actually don't see Tony do a lot of coke in the show.
No, we don't.
Not something you see him do a lot at all.
We don't see him smoke weed a lot, or smoke cigarettes, or do coke. I guess we see him do some key. No, what do we mainly see him drink, right? And then like one-offs in certain episodes.
We mainly see him drink, and then obviously there's the whole thing in Vegas when he takes is it mescaline? I think they take in Vegas or something, or acid.
Mescaline.
He's brilliant at that. That's one of the best scenes acted in the whole series.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we're sleeping on the fact that he does coke a lot in that series, but.
I think it's just such a part of the life. It's not a big deal, and I don't think he's ever. I think he's one of those few people that can, just do.
No, fair. But I think taking a couple bumps when you're partying with the dudes out and stuff like that is different than what him and Adriana are doing right now. This is a different kind of coke usage.
If you go and get an 8-ball at 2:00 in the morning in Dover, you're not
cleaning shit.
No.
If you're going to my town where I live right now at downtown and at 3:00 in the morning in Chestnut, you're not cleaning all night. That's all I'm saying. Right there with that the wiping her face, like that whole thing, like right there. Like they're about to kiss, right?
Yeah, I mean, if Phil doesn't come in, something happens.
And they both stop it, and they both don't really address it, and then they set it up for the next night when they're gonna go to fucking Dover and get coke and bang all night.
But Sunny Skies, to your point,
yeah.
If he did more coke, he'd probably eat less.
It's true. He'd probably have the better butt.
That should have been the line to Bobby. You should seriously consider coke.
That's a good one. I like that. The Shah of Iran here is back in. So it's interesting that these guys
we start seeing a lot of Phil too.
Right, because I think I read something where season 5 was originally supposed to be the end, so they were gonna escalate the New York thing earlier in season 5, but then they had to put a pause on that till season 6 when they realized that they wanted to come back. Do we see this? I don't know why this just popped in my head. Are these 2 Junior free episodes? Yeah, there's no Junior in either of these episodes. And no Bobby. Unless they're in the next. Oh, no, I guess he might be at the end. Bobby might be at the end in the.
See, I just watched the other ones, the couple after this, and there's a lot of Junior and a lot of Bobby in them because there's a lot of Janice in them. There's no Janice either. We haven't seen Janice in a little while.
No.
She's in the ones after that. It's the one where she gets in the fight at the soccer game, and Junior's trying to get out of the house, so he keeps going every funeral he possibly can. This
is one of my favorite Melfi sessions right here, because I think it's one of the times where Tony's most called out on his bullshit. When she calls him out on like the way he's verbalizing his interest in Adriana and saying she's drop dead gorgeous, and Melfi's like, use the same exact words to describe me
in my office
like a week ago, you fucking scumbag son of a bitch. And I also think the use of thank you John Haymaker, that's her name, call her by her real name, Matt Pavati. The use of therapy later in this episode is the best use of it since season 1 or season 2 for comedic value. When we come off a scene and it flashes to therapy and it's Tony going, I should have fucked her.
Yeah.
It's really just a funny cut, and it almost comes off as season 2 or season 1 Soprano humor style, where it's like this is being used, the therapy is being used as more of satirical comedy for the scenes, rather than
see. Tony has a chance here because she tells him like this is a enormous thing for you to come here and to like stop yourself. And he didn't really. He was stopped by Phil Leotardo.
Right, and that's because he frames each situation. And I also want to add that she calls him out on having sex with the girl, the one-legged girl, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Here, like how he's just a fucking moron.
His mistress's cousin, yeah.
Like, are you just an idiot? Like, and I agree, he's an idiot. He has risen.
He starts with this whole he's going to have a whole new family with her. It's insane.
Dude, yeah. The way he digs a hole for himself, like his own mental gymnastics to kind of.
And obviously, Christopher never told him that she's damaged goods. She can't have kids anyways. Likely, that was I think earlier in season 5.
Oh yeah. Does she hasn't even told Christopher yet, right?
No, she told him. That's why he said.
Oh, that's why they broke up for a while.
You never told me you were damaged goods.
Yeah. Svetlana, thank you, Sunny Skies.
And he says, I know part of it is his father figure thing.
And that's why he's feeding into it. Symbolic incest. He's like, I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever. Whatever. Like, he just has no time for that. I just love how she's calling him out on his shit here. I feel like she should have done this more. But the way Tony even frames it, I don't think Adriana was ever making a play for him. I think he's seducing someone who's a little simple at times.
Yes, she is.
She's not. She's a sweet kid, but she's.
He knows she's
a Stunaz.
Like Christopher. She's engaged to Christopher. She's not that bright.
Yeah, she's a 10. She's a drop dead 10, and you're what? A 2, a 4 on your best.
Oh yeah, she's your average at best.
She's drop dead gorgeous.
You should have married her 2 years ago.
Like that scene is where Tony is like, that's the height of his dick bagness.
Oh,
in that scene,
yes.
But we'll get to that in a little bit later. But that's like the height of his dick bagness. Oh yeah, right here too. She like uncrosses the legs, looks at him. I love this. She's loading up on this one, and his reaction. I forgot what his line is here, but he's like, yeah, you got me. Like, it's so hard being you. Is that what he says here? It's so fucking hard being you. Yep. He's like, fuck. What a horrible fucking job you have. Therapy is hilarious in this episode. It is. I would say 95% of my own therapy is me quoting therapeutic situations from The Sopranos.
From The Sopranos, yeah.
And because my therapist hasn't seen The Sopranos, I'm like, oh, this is part of The Sopranos this is exactly like this conversation with Tony.
And here she should be worthy of respect. She's like giving him an opportunity because like no good is gonna come of this.
No, why shouldn't she should be telling him stay the fuck away. Nothing of goodness can come from this.
And he knows that.
Oh, look in the screen, we got Polly sniffing her panties. Yeah, that's scumbag. Right here. She's a fucking idiot. I've been getting like this vibe from him. He's so nice. I love how she plays into it in an alpha male sort of way. Then what are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. I want to say the same thing. She's like, I'm not gonna fuck him. So what are you talking about, Adriana?
Because you still know what it's like though when someone who, regardless of what she thinks, Tony's so high up on a pedestal,
irregardless,
he's so a thing. Irregardless, he's such a like. The fact that she knows he obviously wants to bang her. That's gotta turn. But why does she dress him like this?
And why look at the look she get. This is the biggest crime that she commits here. This look that she gives him. He kisses her right there. Okay, it's normal mafia kiss. And then the look she gives him at the end of this, when she's like, okay, I'm gonna stay out of the back rooms, which is basically code for like, we're not gonna, not put myself in fucked up positions with you anymore. Right there, that look that she gives him is way too flirty for the situation. I'm sorry. That is
she just wants to know, like, oh my god, this guy who's super whatever
powerful wants me, but like that's I guess at the end where she's like, I don't blame Christopher for what he did, is the explanation why she thinks she did something wrong.
And they're both sitting here pretending.
Sunny skies. She's a whore. That's exactly right. That's my point.
They're both sitting here pretending.
They both are.
That they're not doing it, because in the car, we'll see. We'll see.
Matt, and I hate to say, and I'm sure, even though you're a happily, married gentleman, we've both been in situations similar to this in the past where you're bullshitting it up until the moment it happens.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they're in the car, and he's like, who you should introduce me to? Your friend, so and so. Like it's written so well because that's the realistic way that people would.
Oh, she died. That's again, dumb response.
But the way that he dances around it is like an accurate, because they both know they can't do this, but they're just both. He just can't control himself.
And
he's an idiot.
And she comes in and orders a cab in front of him.
Yeah,
it's just a little sketchy. And then she mentions again to him in front of him that she wants to do more of that right now.
Yeah, but to clean the house for Christmas.
Of course.
They've also been drinking all night, but it's like no good decisions are going to come at this point.
One-Eyed Pete already left the Bing, or so yeah. I guess they do have a guy that just hangs out at the Bing. One-Eyed Pete. Yes, John Haymaker, a dirty whore. Yeah, right here. He like. She's like 30. Shut up, Tony. Tony does the. She's like 30. She's gonna be over 30, isn't she?
I know, that's such a scumbag line.
It's your Barney Stinson line. If people have watched that. Oh yeah, your friend Danielle and Adriana's reaction is so. Is it so guilty because we know? But Tony just ignores the she's dead thing and keeps going on like oh, she really likes me. Like he doesn't even hear her say. Yeah. And if people don't,
because he knows he's fishing right now for her to say, well, I like you.
Yeah, totally. And in this situation, what gets them here, this starts the path of a lot of car accidents at the end of The Sopranos. He swerves away from a squirrel there, I believe.
No, it's a raccoon.
Oh, it's a raccoon. Hey, Jake Cruz. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Thank you for joining us. And thank you everyone that's joining us tonight for these 2 episodes. We're almost through this, or towards the end of the first one. We got one more to go. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this shit with more folks. And pour yourself a drink. It's going to be a night. So Tony, nothing happens to him. And I love how all of this leads to Steve Buscemi having to prove scientifically that it was impossible for her to be giving him a blowjob.
Tony's so funny here, though, when the guy's like, my grandmother was the first. He's like, take it easy. The way he says take it easy, that was the most Tony Soprano thing in the world. Right? I have a medical degree from Johns Hopkins.
Take it easy.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy, yeah. This is a low-key, like, really hilarious episode of The Sopranos in a lot of ways. It's just the fact that Adriana would be into Tony is I mean, this is the ultimate of, like, every girl on this show. If you're in this universe, you're into Tony Soprano.
Yeah, but Phil, you and I are all whatever. I don't want to get into it. Guys in power, like,
oh yeah, Tony has the power thing in this world.
But it's not like guys where we're just like so much. It's like different, I feel you. Tony has that something about him, that charm in this world. Like he's the boss, and there is something to be said about that. Prime Eagle confirmed. It's totaled. The car is totaled, but it probably saved our lives. And the way that they say this, oh, Christopher's coming home. And he goes, yeah, we should probably talk about that. Because they both know. This is how they know how guilty they are. Because they both can't tell the truth.
That's what's amazing about this episode, Matt, and why it's, I think, one of my favorite Sopranos episodes. It really is. I think it'll be up there some of my favorites. Because all of this happens in this episode, and Christopher is fucking absent the whole episode. And you know he's coming back. And it's low-key, and this is also Christopher gets drunk in this episode. There's still shit to come. Like, a lot of funny, crazy shit happens in this episode. And, like here's your boys. These douchebags. Like who these? Like is that Tony Saragusa is one of these guys or something? No, isn't him.
That's funny. Way to make a timely reference, Phil.
But he's in an episode. He's in some Sopranos episodes, I believe.
Yeah, he died. I think a few years ago. Well, you can't look like Tony Saragusa forever and not die.
Barney fucking Rubble. Yeah, he's Barney fucking Rubble. Look at all those cigarettes. So yeah, all these guys already know. These guys have already been talking shit about this whole time. Yeah, Christopher has his relapse in this episode. Yeah, right there. They're holding on to this like they're holding on their dicks. This fucking hilarity that like Tony and Adriana are hooking up. Like now all the barbershop, like beauty parlor, mafia guy talk is happening right now, and everyone's talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bobby and Junior are in this episode because we see them at one point talking shit about this, don't we?
Yes. Tony goes, no, you see Junior. Both of them. No, they're both on the phone.
Yeah, we see Bobby on the phone and we see Junior on the
Bobby's
phone.
like, yeah, his cock was still in her mouth or something like that. It's Bobby's.
Yeah, and then Junior completes the joke. So yeah, we do see our favorites or my favorites in this episode at some point. In the telephone game section of the episode. There's still so much that happens in this episode, and we're almost done. Like, this is just such a well-packed episode. And we still haven't seen Buscemi yet, and he's a big part of the denouement of the episode. That's why it's good use of Buscemi. Like, he just shows up at the right time. Christopher, stewing like a motherfucker. Already, like, trying to hold this shit together right now. Good damn question, Christopher.
I love the way they all say Dover in this, especially Christopher.
Fucking
Dover?
Fucking Dover? I love how this is almost in a weird way payback for what Christopher did in that D-Girl episode to his cousin. When he starts, but except Christopher actually actually does it. I should have made you walk home. Exactly, Samuel B. They're gossiping like little schoolgirls. Yeah, Christopher does not buy this bullshit. The coke thing doesn't occur to him yet.
This is one of the most fucked up things Tony does to anyone in this show. He knows what he has done to Christopher right now. He knows what he did, and he says to him, "Can you throw out this thing with a bunch of dog shit on it for me?" And hands it to him.
Yeah, this is a weird scene, Matt.
It's him trying to have a power play, like right here till he can read Christopher. I'm in charge. Throw out the stick with dog shit on me, which is something you only give to like. You don't ask someone on your level to do that for you. You ask someone that you're trying to like be in charge of or control. Hey,
do you think he's doing it to remind Christopher that he's the boss, and no matter what happened, Christopher can't really be pissed at him in this moment?
I think part of it is he doesn't know how to play this yet. He doesn't know how do you play this off? He's reading Christopher to see if maybe Christopher's
knows more about.
Yeah, maybe Christopher, maybe he doesn't know if Christopher thinks he would do it or not.
Someone said Paulie's to blame for all of this. Somehow, I bet Paulie's to blame for all of this. He was sniffing panties, and it made Adriana open game for everybody. Tony's like, they're like a sewing circle. They really are. No one talks more shit than these mafia dudes.
Tony would have killed anyone that had Carmela out in a car like that.
100%. Like he would have killed Fury. I'm surprised he didn't kill Furio for just having her over his house. Do you think if he knew how close Furio and Carmela were, besides just the affair, just hanging out as much as they were, I don't think he would have beat the shit out of Furio. Maybe killed him.
Oh, of course. He would have had him killed. He even supposedly, he's told Carmela, yeah, there's certain people I have over in Italy where if they find him, he's...
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think that's true. I'm sure Furio's fine over
here. Yeah, I'm sure Tony has zero pull in Italy. I'm sure about that. You did it, Paulie. It's all your fault, you friggin' douchebag, Paulie.
And this is what's fucked up. On my children. There's nothing going on between me and Adriana. And he can justify it
because nothing actually happened.
Exactly.
And this is is this the cut? I should. Oh no, it isn't.
The most fucked up thing he says is to Carmela later about this.
Oh yeah, this is where we see everyone still on the phone game over to Bobby. There's Bobby in the phone game, has cock in her mouth, and then we got our good buddy Hash Toast. Rest in peace, Jerry.
R.I.P. Hash.
right over to Junior, our good buddy Junior Soprano, who
Apparently came over the sun visor. Yeah.
wow, Tony. What amazing pull. And then we got Danielle, who makes a surprise appearance in the episode too.
Wait a minute. I thought she was dead. Didn't she drown or something?
That's what I heard. That was Adriana's story. I don't see why she'd lie about it. So we got. I forgot Hesh was actually a part of, like, a decent part of this episode.
Yeah, because he disappears a lot. Well, he's in the. You know what episode's after the next one, right? After 6.
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
He's in that.
We might need to skip that. We might need to skip that one. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. So Christopher is probably sitting outside the room listening to them talk shit for this whole time. As soon as Paulie heard Adriana suffered a severe blow to the head, he twisted the story. It's true. He was the one that initially twisted the story because he's Paulie, and that's what he does. Oh, fuck Vito. He still tried to cut him in line in that bakery years ago. So yeah, this is when Christopher just says fuck it and starts drinking, and he beats the fucking hell out of her and kicks her out, and oh, Christopher.
It's him at his meanest and worst.
It is, and then he starts drinking in the situation.
And he's 100% justified in being angry, not like obviously not acting like this. But like
no, and as we talk about this stuff, as always, we have to say, like, these are characters; they're not real fucking humans. They're television characters. And in this universe, Adriana even says after the fact, "I would have killed him." You know, like if the situations were reversed. So like this is a fucked up situation in this world, in the rules that are set within this universe that's almost borderline prison rules of like of what you do and what you don't do between family members and what is code and what's not code. And Adriana and Tony broke fucking code. And
it's so messed up because he has this get done to him when he's in a neck brace earlier. There's a lot of when people are in neck braces having stuff like this done to them. Like
Samuel B. Apparently he came over the sun visor. That's how great Junior alive.
Maybe his only line in the episode. I think it is.
Only line tonight, I believe, too.
And look at he's looking for coke.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking for anything
you can find right now. And this turns into like prime Christopher drinking some vodka. As we get some for
a little throwback to Chuck Liddell, like 25 years ago.
Time. Oh, we got AJ, who has a little bit of a big AJ episode next week, I guess, a little bit, or next week. I mean, next episode. Too much AJ next week, if you ask me. I keep saying next week, next episode. So Tony already knows something is fucking sketchball because he peeks out a little bit scared as Tony B is about to set this episode in a different direction as Buscemi shows up for the first time tonight.
I love how Buscemi's always wearing the Kim's outfit.
At this point, he's like, he's full civilian. Full civilian mode. Oh yeah, come here, Tony B. No, sorry. Oh, does he start playing the drums here?
It's so bad.
He's awful. So even Tony B, the way he's verbalizing this to Tony Uncle Larry, to Tony
Uncle Johnny.
Uncle Johnny is like, I know what you did. Like everyone just assumes Tony did.
And that line right there, where's the guy's fucking self-control? That's what he just said to him about Christopher. It's like, dude, who the fuck are you to say that about anyone?
Especially in this fucking situation. But absolutely, who are any of them to sort of judge? And I think it just comes down to Christopher can't handle it like they handle it. And I'm putting handle it in major air quotes.
Yeah.
For anyone listening. As he has to bring, okay, so what's the line that Tony says in this scene that you're talking about?
It might be later because they have a second scene with this.
Oh, yeah, when he comes back to her.
When he comes back before they go to dinner. but where he says, "How could you think I would do something?"
That
like
is
that?
that's
Putting
the
on him,
next that's the
putting
next
it
one.
on her, being like, "How could you possibly think that low of me?" It's, dude, that's who you are.
Dude,
It's just such a dirtbag move.
and you were like 2 seconds away from doing it too. Like it was right there.
Dude, he was out of town. You were going to get Coke at 2:00 in the morning.
Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
Nothing.
It just doesn't.
No.
Not in situations like that. And like, I don't know. But that's the level of cope that Tony Soprano has. He survives on that cope. That he's just not me. You think I would do that? Like he rationalizes it on these.
This is amazing. By the way,
going back to the pizza.
As a fat guy, like I 100% that's the move.
Yeah, you got to go back for that pizza. You'll want that later. I'd go back for the pizza. Oh wow! Sunny Sky says I saw that Chuck fight, Tito, at the forum. That fight.
He doesn't say that fight. He says I saw Chuck fight Tito. Not that fight. I don't think that was Tito in that fight. But I don't.
So yeah, this scene always gets me a little. This is a little weird. Like,
yeah,
was Paulie trying to save him or not save him? And so he shoots Tony's car up and then goes in with a blank gun. So
isn't Tony's car totaled?
Yeah. So what car is he shooting here?
I don't know. Is that obviously it's got to be a car of Tony's. But you also know that he's not really there to shoot Tony because he would have reloaded the gun. He wouldn't have walked in there with no bullets.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He goes in there with no bullets and he starts shooting a nothing gun.
Because he doesn't know what to do. He's just completely like, he's lost at this moment. Like he's ruining his life and he kind of knows it.
Yeah, no, totally. And he's suicide by cop here a little bit.
Yes.
You know, like he's almost setting himself up knowing that Tony has to kill him here.
Yep.
Right? Like that's how this has to end. And they're all thinking that.
And he's not rational. He's drunk for the first time in ages. Wasted drunk for the first time in ages.
Yeah, Oswald Cobblepot does look a lot like Tony sometimes. Like the Penguin series. He looks a little bit like Tony Soprano at times. So they bring him out, not to the Pine Barrens, wherever this is, and he's basically, like, they're bringing him out to finish this off, right? There's no coming back from this. I mean, there is, but ultimately this is...
Well, no, he gives him the option to say, like, you have to understand.
Yeah, but they know that's an empty sort of... And, like, the fucked up thing about all this is all the guys around them right now think that Christopher is probably right. They're like, you know, he did coke with her. He's gonna fuck her, and you sent me away so you could fuck my girlfriend. Like everyone's probably thinking Tony actually fucked her.
Yeah, but they also know Tony has to do that.
Yeah, what is Paulie trying to... I agree with Christopher there.
I don't know.
Is Paulie trying to save him there?
He must be. I mean, Paulie... There's a weird way that Paulie and Christopher love each other.
Right, so is Paulie in that moment trying to be like, oh, he didn't come in there to kill you, Tony?
The way I see it, he wasn't there to kill you. He knew the gun was empty because he emptied it into your car. He knows that.
So that's why Tony gives him this chance, maybe. And he gives him this look. Nope. Fuck you.
Tony, come on. Listen to somebody else for a change. Fuck him. Tony, try it my way.
Amy says, what I remember about watching this show is Tony's eating a lot. He's always eating. I'm sure he's got a snack in the car. Do you think Tony would have shot him there? Or you think he was trying to scare him?
No, I don't. He doesn't. He certainly doesn't want to. He doesn't want to kill him. He just he's left with very few options because I don't know.
So, I mean, I don't know because obviously, spoiler alert for the end of the series, he does eventually kill him. But
who?
Yeah, who? What are you talking about? So I don't know.
Yeah, but the difference is at that point there, I'm not saying Christopher deserves it at that point, but he Christopher's not in the wrong here at the least.
I
Like, this is Tony.
couldn't. He couldn't pass a blood test in that situation. Can't pass the blood test, Tony. Can't pass the blood test.
And by that point, he's also really become a liability, where he isn't yet.
Yeah.
Well, he
fair.
was. He's not now. He's out of rehab.
He's a big time liability at this point.
There's
at
still,
that point later on.
yeah, there's still a universe here where Christopher is the number 2 at some point.
Yeah, it isn't until Bobby becomes more in play where Tony starts shifting his
And Christopher
attention.
really steps back away from like his role, I guess.
It's post what happens with Adriana, really. I think
Yeah.
I think is what, like, that's the last thing that he was, even though Tony has some positivity that Christopher brought that to him, it's still, that's something you don't forgive, that he allowed Adriana to exist. He blames him for her as well.
Yeah. I sent you that video at some point, Phil, about the missing episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about
Yes.
at the end?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that everything that happens with Buscemi, even though he is a fit-in character, kind of kills a part of Tony's protection of his family as well. Once he
Yeah.
kills Tony B, he has no problem killing Christopher.
If he's able to do that with Tony.
Yeah, he can kill Christopher. He loves Tony B. In this world, he loves Tony B.
Well, Tony B has a weird power over him too, because he feels innately guilty about what happened. As
Yeah.
we find out in one of the episodes soon after this, not these two.
The Make-A-Wish,
It's so funny when he tries to pay him, like the doctor needs his money.
the Make-A-Wish Foundation or something like that.
Yeah, for the kids.
And I love how Tony in here kind of gets it when Christopher is like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, the truth doesn't matter. Everyone's talking shit about this. Everyone thinks
Yeah.
that you did this.
Well, Christopher's still drunk here too. He's not like, this is the same night. It's not like he's sobered up.
I love he's like, you're gonna have to make that good with Vito too, for throwing a drink in his face or whatever you did to Vito. It's like, I don't care. Yeah, that's just one of those things that Tony doesn't get because he's the boss. He doesn't have to actually live
Yeah,
in the world.
and like
with
you
people.
said, now he looks like Joe Jerkoff, which he
Yep.
does.
Yeah. Like, in so many different ways. And Tony knows it. Like, that, the look on Tony's face right there is like, he's right. He's fucking right. That's the only, and it cuts right to, that's one of my favorite funny lines in the entire episode. And then they don't even go back. They don't even go full therapy. They just do like a cut back, bam, right to him talking to Carmela, begging her to come with him.
This to me is one of the scummiest things he does. The way he says, "Can you believe I would do? Am I that horrible? Dude? Yeah, you obviously doing that.
I mean, you had sex with your Gumar's cousin.
She said she thought you were coked out. Yeah,
Yeah, so fuck you, Meadow, for being a rat. You ratting on your dad? No, I'm kidding.
well, who knows if she said that before or after they heard about the Adriana thing?
Probably, yeah, and probably afterwards. Well,
Because Carmela could have said to her, you know,
and Carmela could hear the rumors through Rosalie that they were out going scoring coke.
that line there uses Adriana, who's going to be a member of this family. How could I do that to that girl, dude? Oh. And then turns it on her.
Turns on her, but you haven't been a saint either. Why? Because she had coffee with Furio.
I originally was thinking when I said that I hated the way that they just crammed that arc into the next episode. I originally thought, well, they should have spread this out over 2 episodes too. But I think that this indiscretion gives her the ability to go do what she wants to do with him.
Yeah, 100%. It kind of destroys every last situation, because I think Carmela, even though she goes along with this, probably thinks more happened, even though it didn't.
Of course. But it doesn't, you know what, Phil, honestly, it doesn't matter if it happened or not. It was going to happen. and like that, like the intent was there.
John Haymaker said it in the chat. He would have banged her if he hadn't crashed the car. It would have happened. Now, everyone, we're getting towards the end of this episode. We're just going to let this play into the next one.
We are?
Yes.
We are? Okay.
Just let it play into the next one.
So we're going to sit through the credits.
I think
it's fine. We can talk through the credits.
No, it will do play in 5 seconds.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm just curious how synced up we'll be, but we'll get there. Is this line just for whatever it's worth? Is this line from her just to absolve Christopher in the fans' minds?
Well, or it's her admittance of what she was doing was wrong.
Right, her having the rationale and knowledge that she was actually actively trying to fuck Tony.
Yeah,
like
or willing to let her. Yeah,
her basically saying, yeah, like he's right. I was totally going to do something.
Well, it's because she says to her, well, you're sitting here defending abusers or something like that. And he's like, what? He's like, Christopher should have done that. He should have killed me is what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was the same situation, I would have killed him and her. Yeah. Syndrome protecting abusers.
She wouldn't have actually killed him, but
no, she would have been very angry.
Yeah,
she would have something. He killed the dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some shit would have happened. So yeah, and this is just a big fucked up scene too.
It's a weird scene.
Like they're all prancing in, Tony on his divorce, having to come in there with Carmela.
Christopher looks like such a cuck right here going in with him.
He really does. I'm sorry, he really does. The way Silvio looks,
he doesn't have a choice, and he has to like let this happen.
And Tony B with the mom too is like the whole family thing, and the way everyone's just watching. It's just.
I want you to notice when Vito comes over, he says hello to Tony, he says hello to Christopher, and then he says ladies. Like, I don't know if he's calling Tony B a lady at that point, or if he's just not acknowledging him.
Because he's not in this thing of ours. So
right. But we never even see Vito get made. That's a thing they screw up on, because Vito goes from like kind of, he shows up to build the ramp for Beansy, and then somehow he's made.
Poor Cosette. Totally. He eventually just becomes like a captain. Hey, we get the wonderful Jackie C in the live chat. Great to see Jackie C. Thank you so much for popping on in, my friend. Yeah, Christopher, look at that look. The cuck look on Christopher at this scene. It's pronounced.
Yeah, and now ladies, and they're all staring.
Yeah, what is up? And the way Syl is looking in this scene is really uncomfortable.
I can't believe Carmela agrees to do this.
Like, what did he up her allowance this week? He must have. Right?
And Adriana's still all busted up in it. Like, they don't even wait till she's like healed.
And he gives her a weird look. It's such a very weird scene. Okay, we're going into our next episode.
Cosette was a maid dog. John Haymaker, that's hilarious.
You can't sit on Cosette. She's a maid dog.
She's a maid dog.
We got one more episode to watch, and then we will call it tonight. But so make sure you're.
Ooh, I'm a little slow. I'm not.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm behind you now. It's all right.
Oh, no. Hey, now. Is it that kind of episode? Should I push pause for a second?
No, I'll catch up.
Okay. Let's see. He brought Carm another fur coat. He had to, Sunny Sky. He had to do something for Carmela. So we get this next episode that is the biggest Buscemi episode of the season.
This one and the one where they go out to clean up the canned peaches out at Uncle Pat's farm. There's a lot of him and Christopher episode. Basically. Him and Christopher, and then Tony. Like that, he's a huge part of that episode.
Yeah, but this is So yeah, totally. These are the two biggest, and this is also the end of civilian Tony B. Because it's
so rushed though.
Do you think they just gave him the money? I
really don't like this episode just because it's well acted and everything else. But
did they just give him the money so they could make him quickly want to become like, I don't think any of the bad stuff, like he doesn't end up getting into the fight with Kim or any of that stuff happens if he doesn't get that money. Like the money.
Well, that's the whole. So he gets the money and he goes out and lives like them for a couple of nights. Like the biggest juxtaposition, and I think one of the reasons they had him in that outfit the last episode was because like he's in his civilian outfit. Like he was in his civilian outfit last episode. That's who he is. But he's teetering on the outside of this. Oh, I gotta get my. I'm all off. I gotta catch up here or figure out where you are.
I am right at the beginning right now. He's walking out.
All right, tell me when the car pulls away.
Okay, I will. He is opening the door at the moment right now, trying to. This is one of those. I remember the car is pulling away right now.
Yeah. All right, I got it.
And he's on his back, and he's getting up. He's running. He's doing the Bionic Man, trying to run after the car and falling.
Yeah.
One of a consistent through line through all of this season, Matt, is Steve Buscemi hurting himself.
Yeah. And it's usually his leg.
It is. It's his leg, his foot, all this sort of shit. Sunny Sky says, my cousin told me Cosette invented point shaving. It's true. CCNY versus Kentucky. No one beat the spread. I bought a black Fleetwood. Cosette was amazing.
Even the way that how quickly Kim changes his opinion here from being a total dick to him to like
you and I are gonna take this.
Yeah,
like,
you and my daughter are gonna like
take the world adventure.
Have the American dream.
It's a weird episode. I think I like it because Buscemi's awesome. So they play it as like a little mini thing for him. But I hear what you're saying, Matt. There's a lot of rushed energy in it. He does kind of look like the $6 Million Man in that scene, Sunny Skies. And there's some weird. This is also a weird, like very AJ-y episode. I do like this scene right here where Tony's like fucking with him with the cereal and shit.
This is AJ at some of his bitchiest right here.
Yeah, and Tony is enjoying going full Olivia on him right here. You know, you can go to your supermarket and you can buy your own fucking shit.
Oh my god.
AJ. It's like
AJ. Use your fucking head.
Use your head. That's what I'm saying. Like, AJ does not have common sense.
No.
And even when he says this, one of these days I'm going to kick your fucking ass. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
What, when Tony's dead, maybe?
Seriously, when is that going to happen?
When he gets shot over the onion rings, you might be able to kick his ass right there. Don't stop believing, ask, and then he grabs it.
I love this move. I love it. I always think that like the reason I couldn't have kids is I couldn't deal with them when they're young. But if I ever had a teenage boy like this, like no, I couldn't.
And I love how that comes back later with Carmel. He's like, I got
child abuse.
Child abuse. I was dizzy. I had to get
I know. And Tony looks at him when he says I was dizzy. Tony's like, dude, what is wrong with you? How is this my male heir?
I know how to talk to people. I'm smart.
For people who haven't watched this with Phil before, Phil is he's a big fan of Carmel. That's all I'm going to say. So
I mean, who goes to school committee meetings with the twins? Or she's bringing the twins out to play.
I know. Well, he already called her up for dinner, so she knows what she's in for.
But yeah, she's bringing the team. She's bringing. She
does.
Oh, she looks so great.
Like you don't even know that she had that team playing for her.
I knew. I knew this whole time, Matt. But yeah, she's definitely definitely wearing a friendly outfit to school.
And this is a recurring theme we see with her too, which is like how much she uses.
Do you agree with this guy? His assessment of her ultimately? That she's a user, or do you think he plays her a little bit?
He definitely plays her a little bit.
Both things can be true.
When she does leave that night in the middle of it, he's essentially giving her the blue ball excuse, which is every guy's done that, but usually they're 20 when they do it, not 50.
Yeah, like shut the fuck up, dude. You're wicked smart, dude.
Yeah.
Wicked smart, dude. But I don't know. I think
he's not wrong. He's not wrong about her.
But I don't think she's Do you think she's doing it? I don't think she's doing it intentionally. I think what
No,
she says
no, I think
eventually. This is just what you do with people that. But isn't it like if you know people, like if
She grew up in a universe that's just transactional. Like that's is what it is.
But it's also, is it transactional or is it if you're my friend, if when you were a teacher, if I had a kid and you had my kid in class and I said, "Oh, give my kid a break," would that be inappropriate? Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah, it would be but she's not asking. But you're not asking me to do it. You're asking him to get someone else to do it, and that's the part that's.
Okay, if I was asking,
I've had people when I was a teacher. I had the vice principal ask me, like, essentially tell me to do a favor for a kid before. That was a whole weird thing because there was a whole theory about him liking high school age boys. It's a whole other issue, but it puts people in a really tough situation.
did you feel inclined to have to do it because it was your boss? And
yeah. I didn't like give the kid a pat. I didn't do wonders for the kid, but I allowed a little leeway on.
Yeah, a little flexibility. And if that was done because,
but I also wasn't sleeping with him like my boss,
right?
Like
and it wasn't
it's
like
a different thing that they are.
But you would have been the teacher that's like calls AJ Fredo Soprano, like in that situation. You wouldn't have been.
Yeah, but the difference was I wasn't intentional.
Right. It would have been if the principal was sleeping with that kid's mother.
Right. But
or father.
And I also don't think that he was. This is one of the funniest lines.
Yeah, to Christopher, and the fact that Christopher and Adriana's bruises all gone here? Is this many months later or something like that? Like, does Adriana look like nothing happened in the previous episode at this point? I got to see her again.
Yeah, I do too. Dude, this line here: "Keep your eye on the tiger."
Yeah, she all bruises are gone off of Adriana. This is months later, I guess.
He says this great line about, people's judgment of you is just for that. You got to define yourself. And then he goes, "Keep your eye on the tiger," which
kid.
is just so funny.
Christopher, in this whole episode, it's almost like the other last episode didn't exist. He's back to
this
Tim
is
Robbins,
so well done. This is such
these two actors are so good together. They've known each other forever. This is one of her all time. They work so well together.
His jealousy here is just every guy who's been friend zoned their whole life, and it's even weirder because he's a priest. Like, this is the feeling they have.
And I thought he was gay, like you.
Yeah.
And he's like, especially with their history and everything that's happened.
Oh, he wouldn't be like this towards anyone else that he didn't have some big thing for, but he does have a thing for Carmela.
The looks that he gives her, it's so
oh
sassy.
My God.
It's so sassy jealousy. It's horrible. He's an intellectual. You know what I mean? He's like you. He doesn't like girls.
Did you ever watch Fleabag, Phil?
No, but it's definitely on the list.
Oh, it's the greatest comedy ever made. But there's a priest, and that's the only reason I'm asking. He's a main character. It's only 2 seasons. You should watch Fleabag.
I will. I'll check it out. I will. Yeah, we should bring Tony in the conversation.
I mean, that is the most. Why do I feel like you're being hostile? I'm not.
Maybe that's your sin talking. Oh,
so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I don't think he would have. I agree with you. I don't think he would have been this way with anybody else in this situation. There's something about Carmela in his own situation that has to.
How was some other guy good enough and I wasn't?
Yep.
I wasn't good enough. Where he would have been willing to throw away his whole thing.
Not to mention, I think we're missing a piece too. We're missing that the last time they had interactions about this, she gave him shit about being too close to Rose when Jackie Jr. died. Like, remember, she tossed the pasta and accused him of having some sort of addiction to girls with pasta and sort of shit. So this whole thing, again, like you said, is very, very quick and very fast. He brings Tony B in here.
Well, and Tony B is like, this is, he has spent his entire time in prison studying for this, learning about this, preparing himself for this straight life when he gets out, where he can still be family with these people and live adjacently to them, but not be part of their world. He gets this opportunity. He still wants it, and he pisses it all away because he found 12 grand, which in this universe is nothing. 12,000.
He spends it in 2 days. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
No. He did not. He had $400 left. He says at the end.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. I got $400 left. Which I mean, in fairness, he gets a lot of stuff. He gets 2 Game Boys. He gets a new suit that he got custom.
He's got those nice shoes.
Those nice shoes that go with the suit. He played a lot of poker, and he's not very good.
He did.
He was convinced those 3 jacks were good at the end of a hand like that. You know someone's got a full house or more in that situation. You're rolling with your 3 jacks, calling off at the end there. Come on, idiot. He's obviously not very good at poker. What else did he get? He got a couple of other things too.
He was going to go buy bike helmets on the way home for the kids.
He got him scooters. Yeah,
his twin. By the way, his twins are really weird.
Yeah, they're awkward. They're horror movie.
I want you to notice this when he has his son come up to use the sledgehammer. He like smacks the kid into the wall, and that's why they don't show the follow through on it. It ends right away. He way overdoes it, and I guarantee you they didn't do any more like shots after that because the kid like smashes his head.
His son died that day. Yeah, he gambled most of it away. I think he spent some of it on massage chairs, because he was gonna buy his wife a ring, and she's like, no, spend it on the business. And then he got the spiffy chairs with the special suede. Which all that stuff eventually just goes to naught, right? Like, it's just all like...
Yeah, he at the end of the episode, he walks up to Tony and he's like, yeah, so I'm here. It's hard. And Tony goes, it's hard going into business with people.
Yeah, swag air bugs. I guess we could end right now. I guess we could finish this off right now. That's this episode. I mean, I think we just said this whole episode.
There's a couple really insulting jokes about Koreans we're missing out on.
yeah, and like really horrible other terms mixed in this episode.
Yeah.
Come play with us, Donnie. You want to? Oh yeah, this whole scene is freaking hilarious. Matt, sorry to do this to you. Garth, I'm gonna Garth you for a second. I'll be right back.
That's fine. We can just sit here and watch AJ be a little bitch because that's all he is. How am I supposed to focus on? I got dizzy. It's the look Tony gives him when he says I got dizzy. Although it's one of his funniest lines ever, where he just points at him. See? Oh, Phil totally turned all the sound off on this too, though. So Tony's upset that a son of his would ever consider calling the authorities. Phil, you took the sound away with you.
I know. I love the thing he's most pissed about is that AJ even thought about going to the authorities for a second. He's like, the fact that you even consider going to the authorities.
Now, at this point here, I forget. AJ obviously knows everything about his dad's life at this point. Not everything.
I mean, I think at the point where in season 1 or 2 where he looks up everything online, I think we're supposed to think he knows from that point on. Right, essentially?
I don't think they know about the murders and stuff, though. They think it's like the carding business and, people pay for protection.
I mean, maybe, Matt, like the Godfather and Goodfellas exist in this universe, so they've seen the movies and they must associate that their dad's one of those kind of people, right?
Except that Tony
Meadow knows.
Tony holds it. I don't think Meadow knows he kills people. Tony holds it together better than anyone else does, though. He holds
Does he hold it better than Bobby?
No, but Bobby's not as big as he is.
Fair.
Let's put it this way. No one's ever thinks for a moment Ray Liotta isn't in the Mafia when you look at him. Like, he's not a good dad. He's a complete mess. He can't pull any of that off. He can't... I'm just thinking about the mafia.
Yeah,
Like
some
you
people,
said.
some people that Tony bumps into at soccer games or whatever, and he says to them in the karting business, don't think twice about it. Like
Yeah.
they'll actually buy that he's Kevin Finnery.
Or to that extent, it could be something. His dad was in the mafia. Again, let's not get ourselves killed here, but that Phil and I have mentioned before that we went to high school with a girl whose dad used to be
Yep.
the head of the
New England.
Italian mafia, or Boston / Rhode Island Italian mafia, and their son,
And a competitor to Whitey Bulger.
yeah, but the son, aka the girl who went to high school's brother, he has a legitimate huge business.
Yeah,
that makes
legitimate business.
legitimate, enormous business. Now, was that business started with ties and money from that?
Probably.
Yeah, but it's the biggest, and there's a few businesses. One of them is the biggest towing company in probably Massachusetts, followed by and there's an excavating company and a demolition company, and it's all 100% legit. Now, is some money probably laundered here and there? Yeah, but he doesn't need to do illegal stuff, I guess is my point.
Very good point, Matt. And what the fuck's with Christopher in this episode being like Tony Robbins with the speech, with all the aphorisms and shit like that? He's like,
yeah, this episode seems pretty disconnected from the last one, which is kind of weird.
It does. Last episode almost seems like it didn't happen. It's a bottle episode. It just existed as
which,
that episode.
Again, if they made this today, this is way better connected. There was just no play.
In some ways, you can't make drama television today episodic. It all has to tie in.
There's
somehow.
a White Lotus-ness to it, where it has to be everything in White Lotus.
Is White Lotus an actual new show that you've watched, Matt?
Have you watched it?
Yeah, a great show.
Yeah, no, I've seen all 3 seasons. No, I've seen Severance. I've seen White Lotus. I don't know what else I've seen.
So, this whole relationship, I do think it's in my mind, thinking back on it, I forgot it was only one episode. Just to go to your rushed point of view,
I think that this could have been played. I think the two main storylines of this, Carmela and Tony B, could have been played out over 2 of them. Well, you know what? To your point, to the point we just made about, do people really think Tony is a murderer and stuff like that? The fact that this guy knows he's in the karting business, but doesn't think.
Do you think he gets a little off on the fact that he's hooking up with Tony Soprano's wife?
No, I don't think he understands the universe enough to realize it's a big deal. The other guy, the Musto guy, the guy that's fixing his house, Danny Scatino's brother-in-law.
Yeah, that dude.
He realizes, wait a minute, what have I done? Towards the end, when he tells him you don't want to mess around with these people, he realizes I'm going to get killed. He says to her, he goes, and she gives him a funny look. He says, I don't think in this day and age your husband's going to come and break my legs for video.
But yeah,
she
so
looks at him. She looks at him
he totally would.
Yeah, she looked at him no, he would. You don't know him.
Yeah, Christopher was in White Lotus for sure. It's novel. Jack was writing The Shining. The wife went to see what he was writing, and all it said on the paper over and over again. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
This is actually a great. That's well written though, because she's
no, and
how uncomfortable she is right there in that moment, and she's like, you got to stop with the jokes.
And I also think they have some excellent chemistry as actors, and her acting in this episode is very genuine and vulnerable and believable. The way her almost Eliza Doolittle vibe, fish out of water, Julia Roberts, and Pretty Woman, in a odd situation. Why do you like me? I'm stupid. You're so smart.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe she has is very interesting, and she plays it extremely well in this episode. Even with the book, that book's over my head. I can't read that. Or when she's talking to the priest, Eloise, or whatever. It's all kind of cute. Even her getting up and taking a tinkle here is like her tinkle's cute. Very,
You're so sick. I knew it was coming out at some point.
I am. I love her. Like, hey, we already saw her in her Hooters outfit, and this is
It's true. Now we get. Is this the only like?
Then we get her butt.
We
got Carmela butt. Look at that butt. That's amazing. That's amazing, Carmela.
And it is her because they do have her turn around.
I've heard her talk. I've heard her talk about it. It's she's proud of it. She's like, that's 100% me. She did some live on theater naked at this point in time too. For people fans of Edie Falco, I've heard a rumor that they're making more Nurse Jackie. So if people that are fan of that show, definitely there'll be more potentially. You don't have to keep this to The Sopranos, Amy. We appreciate any discussions in the chat. Look how happy she is to take a piss right there. It was that smile. We need sound effects there of like that smile was her, getting the duck out. Duck is known to be sticky. Yeah, no TV and no beer makes Homer go something. Go crazy. Don't mind if I do. That's one of my favorite Homer lines, actually.
That's how you know how long ago this is. She asked about the book. He goes, I just like to read in there.
Yeah.
For all you young kids, there was a time when we didn't have our phones.
Yeah, or tablets or something like that. People would keep magazines.
Books.
It'd be actually disgusting how like every bathroom would have like a stack of like old decrepit magazines that you just knew were there for years and years. And everyone would have different stacks of magazines, and you'd read the same ones over and over again. No one ever changed
my grandparents had some. My grandparents had Reader's Digest. That was
Reader's Digest and TV Guide were the best because it was like a small window of like they were very very easy like one-handed book like
you open to that laughter, the best medicine. You just open to that in Reader's Digest.
I especially was all about the TV Guide. That was my TV Guide age. I'd have that downstairs bathroom I had which had that cushy seat, and I'd sit in there and read TV Guide. I remember one of our friends, Katie M, not Mahoney. She came downstairs after we had to like change the toilet out and got rid of the cushy seat, and she like pushed me. She's like, there are very few things in my life I liked better than going upstairs for your cushy toilet seat, Phil. What the fuck? She was so pissed off.
I don't know why she does this. I don't get this. She looks at him. Is she scared of him in this moment?
No, it's the Jesus. It's what the priest said.
But she goes and gets the gun. She walks downstairs.
Oh yeah, she think like Tony's gonna
gets
find
the
out
gun
her?
and then goes back upstairs.
Is she gonna shoot the devil? Like what would she?
She's been on her own for a while now. This isn't new to her.
What she did with Furio is way scarier than this.
Yeah, and she goes and gets the gun for what?
She gets the gun because she's afraid of Tony.
And puts it.
Happiness is a warm gun. Shoop, shoop, shoop. Happiness is a warm.
When I hold you
in my arms, and feel that finger on your trigger, Matt. I can do you no harm. I mean, that explains it, right?
Yeah, I get it. It's just so weird. And then she's go back to bed, but she looks at him. I don't get that.
And then, okay, this is the most hilarious back and forth. So I'm going all in with you on this one, Matt. This is the point I want to say. After this, when he's in the scene where he's gonna pass, she starts telling him, "You're the greatest man ever. You're so sweet." And the next time we see her, she's saying how fucked up he is, and he was like,
"No. They find the money first."
Oh, they do find the money first. They do. I feel like she was supposed to be a bigger character than she was.
Yeah, and she wasn't in it much before this. In the beginning, where, because they did make a point to say, how do you guys meet? Oh, she was telling the story of how you guys met. It was like, I got to see that ad.
I've never sat on one of my mouths. They almost feel like a diaper, Samuel. Like it's like
Samuel. I agree with you. I think they're weird and disgusting and gross, and probably hold on to bacteria and stuff they shouldn't. I'm with you.
Padded seats are sticky. Oh, this is gonna turn.
100%.
This is gonna turn it. I gotta make a poll question. What do you do? Which ones do you prefer? So I love how he goes right. He's like still sassing her about it. I can't absolve you for something you're gonna do more of. And she's like, well, well, sex is good. I don't want to not have sex.
But like, why is she here to rub it in his face? Like, what is she here for?
I think a little of that, Matt. I think you're on.
Or is she learning to be absolved for it? Like, I don't.
I'm gonna play that when she grabs the gun, she's afraid of Jesus somehow, and she's not Tony, so
And
she went to get absolved.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Padded, you make a good point. Cushiony seats for like horrible inventions. Padded seats are sticky, but it comes in handy at 3 a.m. when you're using the bathroom and you sit on a cold toilet seat. Exactly, or it's like, or you sit down too hard and it's a hard bounce or something like that. But I don't think I'd go out and buy one. But growing up with one in the downstairs bathroom, it was a good change up. and occasionally people would verbalize their enjoyment of it. So you have to do something nice for Tony. Is that what comes out of this?
Yeah,
where he's
she says she can't.
And this is when she drains the pool on him, right? Is that what she does good for him? She drains the pool so he doesn't. So
that's not this episode.
Okay, but this is the episode he takes off his clothes and like gets in the underwear.
Yeah, leaves the socks and she's not happy about it in the underwear.
Yeah, your underwears. Yeah, in your underwears.
Do something kind for Tony. I don't think I can.
I would not mind I could never afford one of those Sunny Skies, but like one of those smart toilets that heats up and like talks to you and like washes you and leaves you like a dishwasher afterwards. Like I would not mind one of those. Like if I can win one of those on a game show or something, I'd totally enjoy it. A smart toilet.
Here we have this is some good. We get a lot of homophobia and racism in this.
Oh yeah, this is well. Let's just whistle past this graveyard. This is like there's a few points in this episode that are just like
several references to Koreans and dogs. Like,
yes, in the and happy endings and lots of stuff. So Tony B. It's interesting that he's going all in this situation. And this is what I wanted to say. I forgot for a second. But does the situation with Kim go differently if he doesn't find that money? Does he end up kind of just going...
Yeah, because she's not yelling at him over the phone because he's not out gambling and smoking all night, A. And B, he's not completely exhausted because he was out all night. He would have been there working instead and not be completely tired.
Right, and being tired, and they make it a point to have that be a night that he didn't get any sleep to make his temper fucking...
But that's what's crazy. This all happens in 2 days. It doesn't make any sense.
Tony B is like almost this side of Danny Scatino. Like he's a dumbass at the poker table and like with that money. Like he's a little fucking Danny Scatino. I love Christopher and Tony are the biggest fucking coos hounds. The side of the fucking.
I like the coos hound reference because it's used a lot in this show.
It is, and I was waiting for an opportunity, Matt, but they are totally. Could I have some of that? She's here for happy endings. Could I have a little bit of that XYZ? Zippity doo dah, zippity yay, racial epitaph, zippity doo dah, zippity da da.
Yeah. Oh, nice ass.
Oh, no.
Good thing we're just back to the misogyny again. Like. We got the rest of that out of there.
I love this shit. So, yeah, Kung Pao Coochie. That's
Pao Coochie.
That's what I couldn't think about it. Kung Pao Coochie.
And he says, "You fucking guys, this is important to me."
Okay, this is a interesting scene because Rosalie somehow ties this into thinking about Jackie.
It's because AJ comes in. And
AJ comes in.
AJ.
Being a douchebag. So it's funny that she looks at AJ being a shit fuck and it reminds her of her shit fuck. Because they're not far off of each other. I would say Jackie Jr. is more capable and smarter.
Who would be better at Scrabble?
AJ. I think. Yes, AJ, I think. He could spell ass.
He puts his faggy hands. That's the big. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Good job. But how much can you fit one more in? Can you fit one more in, AJ? Well, and you win the prize. Ding 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 ding. Gaylord, you did it! You did it, AJ. Congratulations. Quasimodo is the hunchback of the cathedral.
And that's what gets hers all messed up. That's what Rose starts getting sad about. It's like
yeah,
AJ acting like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like AJ acting like that douchebag, saying all that shit. is
No, it's a homophobe.
oh, reminds me of
Jackie Jr.
Yeah, that's Jackie Jr., a homophobic asshole.
And I think she says, I have the closed caption there. I think she says they never found like the whoever's that killed them. And
yeah,
I think
the Asian folks that found them.
Yeah, that very derogatory term for Chinese people.
So it's like in about 10 minutes of the show, they try to fit in as much as they can in like a quick period of time, and it all seems a little forced in there. I usually don't call that shit out because it's whatever, but like because it's a television show, it is what it is. But I feel like it's in this episode, it seems a little like pushed. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and that was just the appetizer for Tony to come in and just go like
ballistic.
A lot. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the scene, big scene. He finds the money. Do you do the same thing? You toss the drugs, take the money?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
or do you take the drugs too?
I don't take the drugs. I don't need crack.
No, I mean, it's like, can you sell it? But no, I wouldn't want to deal with that. You sell crack once, crackheads are coming to you for the rest of your life.
Well, I wouldn't. What doesn't make sense is he would just throw it right there because if and when the cops find it, they'll find his fingerprints on it. So
Fair.
that I wouldn't do. I would have taken it with me and disposed of it. Later,
yeah, like toss it in a trash can or some shit like that. Or
I mean, if there's that much cash in there, okay. So here's the thing, Phil. If it happens right near my house, I don't keep the money because if the people know where they threw it out. I don't.
Yeah, and someone and neighborhood has eyes. Someone saw you grab that. That car screeched down the road. Some nosy neighbor is looking out the window.
Yeah, so it's got to be not next to where I live. Like, no one can know it's me. Like, you know.
That being said, I'd probably take the money if I saw it. And 10 grand, what is it in tens? Like 10 grand's a lot of money. But like if it's in big bills, that's not that big of a bag.
Right.
You know, that must be in like tens and fives and shit like that. If it's that much, it looked a lot of surface area. They tend to make 10 grand look more. Again, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. It's more money than I fucking could have. But like having been to casinos, like when they count out money and been in situations where I've won some, and I think Matt's been in situations too. When you see lots of money counting out at after a poker game, it doesn't look as much as you see on TV. It's like here's 10 grand. It's just like. It's like a small little stack of hundreds and fifties or something like that. It's still a lot of fucking money, but it just doesn't, what I mean is it doesn't look.
Right. It's 100 hundreds, which isn't that big of a stack.
Right. It doesn't, it's not the volume that it looks. Some TV shows and movies play with that. Like when they give a civilian a lot of money and it's like here's 50 grand. And it's like a little stack of hundreds like this. And someone's like, oh, I expected this to look like be in a briefcase or something like that. What if it was ones? It would be in a briefcase. We got OTZXX. Welcome to Morocco. Is Gloria down there? Because she flew down to Morocco. I love how Carmela
Gloria's dead, Phil.
She's
dead.
No, she's in witness protection, right? So I love how Carmela's listening to 1950s like Frankie Valli shit and just like zoning out in happy times. I used to love getting those book TV guides. Yeah, TV guides were awesome back in the day. Like, you know, who was on the cover. Like, I mean, plus it was the only way to know what until there was the TV guide TV station that like the guy. I think it was just called the TV guide channel.
Well, they had the stuff that you could get in like the Sunday newspaper.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, TV guide really was the thing. To get it, the Sunday newspaper for sure, and you can get the weekly the daily newspapers would have listings as well. But for the most part, 75% of people were getting it from TV Guide.
Tony just lets us go here, by the way. Hell, I never knew you ate duck. Like he just goes in, takes the leftovers out, and says, "Since when did you eat duck?" And doesn't ask questions about it.
Yeah, and it doesn't. That's all of his questions. He doesn't investigate. But in fairness, Furio had his tongue up her ass for a year and a half, and he had no fucking clue. He's unaware. He doesn't read people well as we want to believe he does. And then he's on the phone. He's getting, you know, the porn game where let me talk to. I'm hanging out with your husband and on the phone with you know, like, hey baby, tell me what you're wearing. Like we're doing the porn game here, and Tony's getting naked in the background, getting ready to go into the pool in his in his underwears. Oh, there we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
You win a free sandwich. You clicked all your stamps on your sub on your thing, Sopranos.
Well,
Congratulations.
he does call her out for her hypocrisy here too, because he goes,
No,
"Oh,
she
we
did
were
this-
younger." Yeah,
She said the same kind of shit, 100%. That's what I'm saying, Samuel. I'm not paying $10 grand for a toilet, but if I won it in a contest, like I won a scratch ticket where I won a free toilet or something, I'd be excited. I'd pay the taxes on it, I guess. I might buy the toilet seat. They have the smart toilet seats that you can get for like not like $100 or something like that.
yeah, you can get like an attached bidet to it too. That just it doesn't heat it up, but like.
But they have like a smart attachment seat that you can buy
Yeah.
for like $150. That's like part of the toilet. It doesn't do all the smart features, but it does some of them, like the wash and the heated seat thing and the massage.
Like, this doesn't seem like him. It's so weird.
It's
Why
such a
would he
quick
go-
snap. Matt. I'm with you. This could have been a couple of episodes.
Well, no, I think it happens. I told you I watched like 5 episodes last week, so I don't remember. But I think.
And they're getting scalped here by Pocahontas, man.
Oh my god! It's again. Let's just keep this racism going hard.
Ding, 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 ding.
And she just has like an uncomfortable look on her face when they say it to her about her.
And this whole situation, okay, so you think he's a little right that she is. Do you think she's actively trying to play?
Not so much here, but when she comes back in at the end,
And she attacks him
She mounts him like on the couch.
because she got what she wanted, because he did what she wanted.
Yeah, she's like turned on by it. Maybe it's her weird attraction to power, and he showed power by going to do that.
What's wrong with that? How is
What's wrong
that?
with what?
How is that doing exactly what he accuses her of? I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't think what she's doing is inherently wrong. At least I'm defending Carmela in her actions in this episode.
Shocking! You're defending her.
I'm not defending Carmela in her actions here. I don't think she did anything wrong. That's just what I agree with her. That's just what you do for people. Like she didn't. I don't think she asked for anything that was crossing the line. Personally, but you're a teacher. This is where your expertise can kind of come into play here, Matt. Being a retired professional teacher,
I'm not retired. Well, a former. We'll call it that way.
a former retired, or a former.
Listen,
Teacher.
I may have to go back to teaching soon, so I don't want to say fully retired from it. I might have to leave my current job. We'll see.
Fair.
Anyways, Sure.
Currently on extra hiatus professional educator. Do you think Carmela crossed lines with this guy from an inappropriate personal relationship?
not by having it, but by like.
No, by the thing she asked him to do, the way she verbalized a need for, the way she asked him to interject into the situation. Was that inappropriate?
No, okay. Yeah, yes, from a professional standpoint, 100%. But it's not that. If she asks him to do it and stays here and like continues to be the same way with him, but she doesn't, and he says it to her at the end, and he says it is, for him, certainly the gruffest way he could, which is he goes, "You used the one bit of power you had over me," which I believe he uses that word for a cat for her vagina. I don't know why I suddenly got.
I think he
right
says her.
there.
I think he says her pussy. Yes.
You use the one thing in power you have, like
Your pussy cat.
it's not that she asked him to do it, it's that she asked him to do it knowing that he really wanted to have sex with her, and she withheld that from him until she got her way and then gave it to him.
Or
I mean,
she was just thanking him for what he did and showing affection for him going out of his way to do something for her in a warm way. And she was excited to have sex because she loves him or cares about him.
She didn't lead with that, though. She ran over there to like, here we go. So this is the first night we see him out dressed this way. This is not civilian Tony
Right.
B.
He's been out all night. This is the first of Tony B.
This is Tony B getting out of a Cadillac.
Right. Swag airbags, Tony B. And he feels it. So do you think from a writing standpoint, they just gave him this money to make his transition back into family life swift and easy? Because everything we needed for him.
But they could have easily done one more episode. There's like dream episodes and shit later in the season. There's Tony's birthdays later. I mean, Carmela's dad's birthday is later in the season. There's throwaway episodes that that are like.
I just want to be clear that everything that happens right here in this moment, he did without Carmela asking or implying. I didn't see anything in the last scene.
No, she says at one point, "Can you talk to him? Maybe
He's a cold that I've met that Mr. Fisks.
Maybe
and
you
he's
or
a
one of the
cold
other
fish.
maybe you or one of the other teachers can talk to him
and tell him AJ's a good kid. Yes, but that's
and he's not. They literally. That's what's even more fucked up. Tony literally just brought over some other girl's A+ paper to their house, and Carmela saw it and knows he's cheating.
But I guess again, as a teacher, can't you just? Isn't it just understood that parents are going to campaign like that for their kids in any situation they possibly can?
Yeah,
like,
but Phil, if I ever caught a kid cheating like that, like on a final exam when I've caught kids cheating, they could have been my favorite student. They're getting an F at that point.
No, it's a 0, right? Probably even a 0, which is different than even worse. Than
right. It's a 0. It's worse. Like I can't you cheating like that because that's not. Part of it's irresponsible as a teacher to make sure the kid learns. Like there are consequences for your actions, but like this guy kind of sounds like
it must be. Is it more? No, I don't want to go too far down this road with you, but being that you're more personal information about Matt, he's a math teacher. How are people cheating with math? Are they like smuggling answers?
They get in the age of the internet. They got real creative. There was a citywide. So the city I taught in had 3 high schools, and at certain points, every kid got the same geometry final. So some kids would go and post the answers online, and kids will just write the answers.
Okay, and then
kids will post the answers online, even though they're not out there yet. You just need one smart kid to do it, or kids are slick, man. And I saw kids do it in college too. They're like they cheat. Like when I was there, it's crazy. We all did. I mean, everyone tries. But if you get caught, you get caught.
I cheated the fuck out in so many different classes, and I did get caught in a couple. I got caught in Mr. Stevens' class. I got caught in Mr. DeFeo's class. I used to carry crib sheets, like tiny little crib sheets, and for the vocabulary.
Phil, I had a thing for Mr. DeFeo. Is that weird?
No. There was something sexy about her in a Kathleen Turner kind of way. Tony B.
This right here, dude. Yeah. Watch his kid. His kid gets jacked up from this. Watch the way he swings right here. Watch this.
Oh fuck!
He smashes his head against it in the back. And they cut away immediately.
So again,
she says she rushes over.
So that's her boyfriend. It's okay to rush over and embrace your boyfriend and have the sex.
Yeah, cool. As long as you don't, run out on him the night before. I'm just saying what he said. He does a very funny thing here. He has his arm on her shoulder, and it's like really sweaty, and he's like grossed out by it for a second.
And do you think that that's what causes him to change here? Like
no, because I think he I think it's a mess up by the actor. Like obviously they intentionally made them both really sweaty.
AJ is an absolute cheat, James. Like in every situation, AJ is a fucking cheating little douchebag.
Oh my god, there's no redeeming things about AJ.
Let me say.
By this point in his life,
he's got cute girlfriends.
Right here, he gets grossed out right here. He's like, ew.
Yes, you see his hand. He's like wiping it off. He's like,
yeah. He looks at it and then like wipes it off on her. Like, what the fuck was that?
You can check your local Habitat for Humanity and see if they have bidet toilets. I mean, I need something to do on Saturday nights, Amy. So we'll think about that. So Carmela goes to the chocolates again. I find her extremely cute in this scene. She's calling out like
that is so shocking.
Look, she's enchanting. Look at her. Faculty lunch. Ooh, Carmela. Ooh, I'm blushing.
Here he is.
He's ready to break out. He got his stuff. He's framed it right now. She's using her vagina as a weapon.
And then what she says at the end though, when she goes, "You better watch your step." Like she says that.
Yeah, that's her trying to get any sense of any power.
You sound like me defending Tony right now.
No, I don't think that was a real threat. That's her being shocked at what's going on and needing to defend herself in some sort of way, shape, or form.
Listen, she
Samuel,
uses
you're right.
Everybody. She uses she uses Monsignor Jughead. She uses Ro.
Ro's her friend.
I think you're a user, Carmela.
No, look how shocked she is. Look at what you're doing to that poor girl. The teacher definitely.
And she does enjoy being with him. She 100% does. That's not a lie, but he also can feel used at the same time. Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Amy says all she needs to do is get naked and walk around. I mean, I would not have a problem with that. See, she's shocked. She's hurt. She feels sick. She's gonna start breaking shit. Yeah, you're pussy.
Here's the line.
You're pussy. Yeah. Exactly, Amy. I'm still missing understanding what she did wrong. If she was obviously uncomfortable in the
Phil,
moment.
do you know what this means?
What?
You're a user.
I am. I guess I am. That's what you do to people. And I do think I agree with you, though. It is a kind of a petty, fucking weird line that she's like, you better watch your step. But like, because it is, and he even gives a like, what the fuck kind of.
Well,
response.
That's all she can do at that point.
It is, but he really has no. She really has. Who's she gonna tell?
Remember, he's still got $400, Phil.
Don't be an idiot. What are they playing? Are they playing 5-card draw?
It must be.
What the fuck? You're gambling on 5-card draw?
So crazy.
I'm sorry. I know that's a petty thing to laugh at, but you gotta be a real. And I've done it at 3:00 in the morning after like games, but it's like when you're drunk and you want to piss away money. Like you're not. Yeah. There's no skill in five.
You're not sitting down. You're not paying a place that takes a rake
to play 5-card draw, dude. Yeah, seriously. It's like a bunch of buddies are playing it in strip poker or something like that. You know, it's like a strip poker game. It's not a fucking.
But this was. What year do you think this is? I don't know. The poker boom had happened by this point.
Yeah, the poker.
I was trying to figure out if this is pre or post Chris Moneymaker.
This is post. This is post Moneymaker. This is definitely post Moneymaker. Or close. I mean, if they're playing stud.
No, it's post because I watched the season 5 happen when I lived at that house in Lynn, right? When I lived with Ilya, because you guys used to come watch. 5 and 6 was around that time period.
And we were definitely in our poker boom at that point. That
was after I lived. Yeah, that's after I had been playing poker before that.
And if anything, like they should be playing stud, like 7-card stud.
So 2004 is the year, James. This episode. All right. Well, this is probably right around that time period then.
And who's a better poker player, Tony or Tony B? I would say Tony's probably Tony Soprano's probably a better one.
Well, the only thing you gotta know is that Silvio's a sick fuck when he gambles.
He is. He's the worst one though. And you remember that she threatened the lawyer to write a letter, like a recommendation letter.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, and right here, this whole thing. I'm so fucking gambling. You're complaining. So, I guess we needed. He was the greatest guy in the world 2 days ago.
Exactly. We needed 2 days ago. He was the greatest guy on planet Earth.
Dude, we needed one scene of her complaining that he came home late. Like that morning before he went, I bet it was filmed and cut before he goes to work, like just complaining about it or something like that. And this scene is fucking horribly hilarious that he doesn't even waste any time. I forgot how quick it happens.
He makes fun of the ways that he says Wes Caldwell. Moneymaker was 2003.
Okay, so yeah, the year before.
But not enough to like really see that, like, it's okay that they weren't playing Hold'em.
Right, because 5-card draw, because of Maverick, was the most popular poker game forever to the average person. Like growing up, when people played poker.
My grandfather taught me how to play. Like that's how I learned.
That's how I learned to play through 5-card draw as well.
And he just assaults him.
You can't read my poker face. He does, out of nowhere. And then he fights back for a second, and then he goes and grabs the fucking stick and hits him. And he hurts himself again while he's doing it. He hurts his back.
I like that move right there, though. That's
Kim gets a stereotypical kung fu move in.
That's the thing. It's such a that might be the most racist thing in the whole episode.
Yeah, he does the.
It's an episode where they've been doing nothing but making fun of Asian people.
And he does the wax on, wax off move.
And like the under. Yeah, it's.
You got to see my poker face.
And then we cut away to the. We cut away to the
fish
no more video.
Yeah, to the fish flopping to the epic video. Just like a chick in the casino, take your bank before I fall. see my face because I'm marvelous. You're still a beautiful woman, Mel. You can
Yeah, but then he walks out on her. He's such a dick. That's great.
when she's like, I had a guy, and he's like, oh, bye. He walks out. Exactly, Samuel. Like, we all know that all Asians know martial arts. They all know that move. They all know the wax on, wax off move. He does. Kim doesn't stand a fucking chance. Tony B goes full mafioso on him. He gets that Sopranos, goes full soprano on him. So, she says in this scene that he's right, though. Like, no, did she accept at some point that everything he said all these accusations about my character?
No, but this is what's messed up. He goes, you made all these things about my character. Whatever I say, whatever I do.
She blames it on Tony.
But look what her dad's reaction. My motives will always be called into question because I married someone like Tony.
He's like, yup.
And he just gets up and leaves.
Yep. James Moran, 100%. Matt, I think, has said something similar too. Someone like Michael Madsen would have been way more threatening and believable. I'll add believable as Tony B.
Yeah, and I could even see Michael Madsen doing the whole working for Kim role.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And here we go. We got Tony B coming to dinner with Tony Soprano. This is our last scene of the episode, Matt. And this is one of those moments, the Tony always gets what he wants, kind of Tony Soprano always gets what he wants moments, where he's just sitting back. He's like, I knew this day would come, Matt.
Yeah.
I knew you'd be back for another Sopranos cast, Matt. I knew it was coming.
I don't think he did, though, because, like, Tony B was there, like, literally.
He was this close. If he didn't find, so can we both agree that if he did not find that money, he probably would have gone 100%. With Kim on the 100%. On the business plan with skimming
for every reason. He wouldn't have, like, wasted the money. Wouldn't have been out all night. He wouldn't have, like, gotten that taste of sitting out there in nice clothes and cigars and gambling all night.
Yeah,
which doesn't make sense because he has had that before, I guess.
But he was able to insulate himself from it enough that he was hanging out at the club, but he didn't have the money to kind of
he was sitting there, he was reviewing the cards with Vito and everyone else.
Right, now he's like, he felt what it was like to have the money. And the money changes things. And that is the end of our episode. 2 really fun episodes of The Sopranos, Matt.
I was way more critical than I usually am about it.
But it's good. But it's good. And speaking of critical, the next time you and I talk, we're going to have 2 very polar opposite kind of episodes. We're going to have one of the best episodes of the season and then one of the worst episodes of the entire series.
Which one's the best one? I just watched them all. But
the party episode, I think, is one of the best episodes of the season.
Yes. Although it's a little preachy in the way that but yes, it's a great episode.
And then the episode before that is in Camelot, which is the episode where Tony almost has an affair with his father's Gumar, and it is a really uncomfortable episode in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And that's the first one we're going to have to get through next month. Matt is going to be off on a vacation to Spain, Matt. I hope you have an amazing trip.
Thank you.
And I think one thing we did, I like that you were extra critical tonight. I think usually we go off topic a lot. Tonight we really stayed on these episodes and talked about them beat for beat and watched them very closely.
Yeah, the only thing we got off on was that bidet, Phil.
Yeah, it's true.
Smart toilet seat.
It is.
I blame Katie Mahoney.
I do. I blame Katie Mahoney in the live chat for pushing us in a weird direction. Anyways, Matt, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll be back sometime next month. We'll try to figure it out, or either October or November for the next episode of this. And I will be back on here next week to do something random. And I may pop up tonight somewhere else in a little bit. But if I don't, either way, make sure after you leave here, you jump over to Teflon TV for his Dexter review. I'll be over there in a few moments, jumping in the chat, saying hello, and possibly jumping on the stream as well. Make sure you say hello and give Tony all the love in the world. But Matt, thank you for joining me tonight. I was going to say
one thing that James Moran, I just want to comment on to something he posted real quick. The other thing that the relationship also gets screwed up because Christopher's sobriety gets in the way after this. Which, and Tony has no use for it.
And it gets really fun, like funny fun. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we needed another intervention episode that we never got it. Never got
Yeah.
it. Never got. Much love to all of you guys. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We do appreciate you more than you know. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Correct, Sonny.
It's true. They never stay up. They never stay clean either.
No, it's so gross.
It is. It's disgusting. Like, I don't even get it. Like, well, like, I mean, do you? This is
Are
gonna
we
go.
still live right now?
We are. No, we're still live, and I was about to start talking about stuff I should talk about, but it doesn't matter. Everyone, love you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.